Alrighty, hello everyone and welcome to VetAaron Gaming. I am Aaron and tonight we are going to be talking about Eternal Evolution, and I just want to say that there is no real game plan tonight. So if you are in chat, if you're watching the video, you have any questions, have any comments, any feedback, we will talk about anything you can come up with tonight, anything I can come up with tonight, and we'll just see where the stream takes us. So if you're in the chat, make sure you say hi. Let's get the community starting to talk to each other. Rastafaris, hey man, how you doing? I said man, I don't know if you are. Hello Rastafaris. It is Women's Day, so never know. That's, by the way, I think something they should have done. They should have made like a one-day limited poll or a limited increased chance of poll of all like the female heroes. I think that would have been kind of cool, right? It's during a recruitment event anyway. Everybody's pulling some cards. And I don't know. I think that would have been kind of cool. Just throw like a 10% chance higher to get some of the cool female heroes. I'm just chilling doing arena. Nice, man. What's your arena team? Just out of curiosity, what are you rocking in 5v5? Like I said, we're talking about anything that comes up tonight. Currently on my defense, on my main account, I have... Who do I have? Leo, Rez paired with Ampu, and then I got Bailey in the back along with Mazrani. Doing pretty well for me. What am I under? I'm typically under 50. 43 is not the best, though. I just started including Rez in there to kind of supercharge Ampu. Not sure how I feel about it yet. And Bailey, even though I have a Rickert at the same level, I think I've decided that without any other assassins, Bailey is better. Once you start throwing in more assassins, or like in my Galactic Arena team here, when I have, well, let's go defense here. Yeah, my assassin team. Holy cow, is this mine? Did this not save? What's happening? These are terrible. I need to completely redo this. That's terrible. Not as terrible as the game just freezing, which it just did, but that's terrible. We're going to have to redo that. We might do that on stream. Get rid of the freeze. We'll load up. And then on the free-to-play account I started later, that's about half the GP. What do we got here? 5v5 arena. I am rocking on defense. This might be a mess. We'll see. Leo, Daniel, Ampu, Mazrani, and Serena. Not too bad. Again, 36 there, pretty much at the end of the day, so a little bit interesting, but as the last video I posted, pretty much everything centers around summoners in this game, I swear. I mean, Nordtheon is coming out and doing well, which is cool, but I just, considering how much content in the game is either 100% summoner specific or, you know, can be easily dominated by summoners. If you have any question of who to start running with when you start Eternal Evolution, Leo #1, and then just start going for summoners. All right, so the first thing I want to kind of take a look at. All right, Ross Farce is running Leo, Bailey, Daniel, and Sorvali. Leo, Bailey, Daniel, and Sorvali. Interesting. Sorvali's the one hero I'm working on building right now, because again, I just got done ranting about how good summoners are. And Sorvali, I feel like, is going to be very critical. Just because she actually heals but still counts as a summoner. And it's not like she's got like one summon either. Let's see. She gets 1 Deer Spirit. Let's see. But there's up to 4 Deer Spirits. I mean, she can summon a lot, which is why in the new dungeon here, in the Katosian Triangle, the Mirage Space, you can run this like, I'm clearing 4 with just Sorvali as the heal, I believe. This is different. I don't know why this is different. I swear I did this. Yeah, so Kalaza is another good one to run here. I know that Kalaza gets booted out by a lot of other summoners and a lot of content, but we'll let this run real quick. Kalaza's really good in this one because when the boss stuns everybody and starts throwing out knives, they basically one-shot the ads, but Collaza can have several ads out at the same time. And then they just get one shot, and they don't really care about how much damage they take. But you want a ton of ads here, which is why Sorvali is also really good. When she gets up to those 4 deer spirits, all those knives are going to the summons. Like, none of my heroes there even took damage. So this is the one place that if you have Sorvali, you can really use her effectively. And then you don't need a healer. So this is something I just started doing today because I got Sorvali up into the legendary a day or two ago. But now my real problem is I have 2 gene hybrids. So do I spend them on Nordtheon, the new energy, who's just apparently crushing it? Or do I stick with the video I've been making and saying, hey, summoners, 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 everything goes into summoners? It's a tough call. Because that Nordtheon dude, just from some other whales and krakens I've seen out there making content and stuff, can really, really put some work in. Then the other problem, I don't want to say problem. The other thing I'm running into with my main account here is now all these new characters are coming out, and I'm trying to put resources into these new characters to get testing done, and I'm not necessarily doing the best things for the progression of my count, if that makes sense, right? So I don't have a single triple S hero fully evolved up to Immortal 5, just because I end up using all my gene hybrids and stuff into these new characters that are coming out. So, you know, might be halting my progression a little bit. I'm not getting my pure heroes up that high, but whatever. That's what I'm here for, right? I'm here to test heroes for everybody, see what we can get done. I'm just looking at the damage here. Daniel is in Madness set now, but nobody else is in the new Madness set. Muka is in that, I take that back. Muka is in the new set. It's not the Madness. It's the one where if his ads get critically hit, if his summons get critically hit, then he gains percentage of health. So, considering Muka is essentially the summoner tank at this point, I threw him in that just to see if that would help with the heals and help keep him up, which is why his damage is even lower than Sorvali's damage, because he is purely in a stay alive and take some hits build. But I'm kind of stunned that, well, I guess I shouldn't say that. I was going to say I'm stunned that Collaza is doing so well on damage, but Daniel can drop an AoE that will completely miss. The boss might shift. And Ampu does better on AoE damage than single targets, so Claus is doing some good work, though. I'm not mad at that. But see, that's easy. I mean, my time wasn't great, but no healers, just Sorvali. Ampu died at the end, but nothing wrong with that. Rustfar says, I still need to work on the new dungeons. Yeah, don't we all? I will say that I do have the assassin-only one maxed out, and it's not only because I got Rickert up and rolling already, but the Roulette of Truth, I just made the video on summoners. Roulette of Truth can be taken out at the highest level with summoners, which is amazing. Crimson Rot has really been a struggle just because I don't have strong energy based heroes. And the other thing that I don't really want to say it's like a pet peeve, but I do find it as kind of a bummer. I have put resources into Nautilus, and Nautilus, for some reason, is not a supported AoE hero. Even though he's energy, all of his abilities are AoE abilities, for the most part. But he's not supported here for some reason, which drives me crazy. Why do I have... I think I got him up to Immortal, didn't I? Why do I have an Immortal Nautilus energy? Yeah, right here. Immortal Nautilus energy. I'm putting resources in gear into this guy. And everything's AoE, right? Okay, so he's gaining crit rate there. But here we go. Explodes, dealing damage and a subsequent blast. Damage in an area and an explosion. That's crit again. But then his ultimate again. Strike the target 4 times and then it bursts out to other targets. I just don't understand why he's not supported by Grace, which is kind of a bummer. That's one of the things I'm going to throw out to the developers and be like, hey, is this a mistake? Is there a reason Nautilus isn't included? Because that would be pretty sweet if he was. He's a decent hero. I didn't even look. Yeah, New Boy Nordtheon is is included. I've heard Northeon does some amazing things on the Guild Boss, the size spider too, so something to look forward to. Turbine. Let's see, summoners. Let's see what we can do here for summoners. I want to test something real quick. So I want to test if 4 summoners here will do better than 3 summoners and Taylor with the damage divine prototype. So let's go ahead and see what that looks like first of all. So he's just single target. So Kalaza could be good there. So we're obviously going to throw in Senway because he is a hero of the week. Oh, we might throw in Emma instead of Taylor since she's a hero of the week to get that. You know what? We're going to run that first. But let's sort this out. Okay, so Daniel's always there. Oh, single target. Let's do Kalaza. There's no way Sorvali can heal this on her own, right? Let's get wild. Let's test it. I've never run this with Sorvali as the healer. So let's run this with Sorvali healer. Daniel up front, taking damage. Oh, you know what we're going to do? I think I have a summoner that gives bonuses to... let's try Kalaza and let's try Score and Hattie. So I think I have a summon commander here who does damage to front and middle. Yeah, here we go. And Kalaza +2 ultimate. Let's just see. I'm still testing out Sorvali. I don't know everything she can do. So let's find out. So we just want highest base stats here since I do not have a summoner specific rune. So any of those will do. Flashpoint. I don't know if anybody's going to get a shield. But it's not a support hero either. Yeah, and that's just support heroes. Let's just do this crit one then, since we don't actually have a true support hero, probably. Let's see how this goes. DS says, so explain the base type of characters. Are they tank, DPS, support, breakdown? Yeah, so it goes a little bit more in depth than that. DS, I'm going to run this one test and then we'll kind of talk. Because there are several hybrids as far as general character classes go. And then there are also some new hybrids coming into the game. Like Northeon, the new Triple S that just came out. He is energy, but he plays more like a tank. Na Fang, the Vanguard, plays more like a support, even though he classifies as a Vanguard. So let's run this test real quick to see if Sorvali can tank this, and then we will get to that question. Because it's not quite as simple of a question as it might seem. So the Turbine here is obviously going to do damage in AoE, but he's going to prioritize summons, which is nice. We'll see what we can do here. Everybody's alive so far. Sorvali just put her ultimate down, which is going to siphon heals to the rest of the team. And we have 16 allied units out. So he did, like, no damage on his AoE. 13 units out. Nice. Sorvali is easily healing through this. Kalaza's low on damage so far. But man, look at this team go. Sorvali might be crazy underrated by me. I might have really messed up by not putting resources into this Centaur chick earlier. Look at that. Nobody's even... I mean, Daniel's at like 50% now, but her heal's already up and moving again. This is not too shabby. I can't really tell. I mean, I feel like we're doing pretty good damage. I feel like we're kind of doing a lot of damage. There's still 37 seconds left. I might let this one play out. This seems to be doing really well. 200 damage. Look at Sorvali go. God, this is really starting to make my decision on whether I'm going to put Gene hybrids into Sorvali or... Kalaza. Need Kalaza to stay alive. Come on, buddy. Oh, he's dead. Only 10 seconds left, though. I'm going to let this one play out. We're going to have well over 1 billion damage here. Not too shabby. Oh, and Bloomy says, she's amazing. I've had success with her as my only hero in so many matches. Yeah, 1.1 billion. I'm pretty sure that's my best ever on Turbine. And let's see the rankings real quick. Bleed did 2.3, but he had 3 challenges. Nicholas, 1.7. All right, so I'm pretty happy with that because that's what? Turbine 9. Holy cow, that was 1 point something on Turbine 9? I am crazy happy with that. 1.1 billion in one attempt. Man, Sorvali, I have seriously underrated your importance. Beautiful. Okay, so answer DS's question real quick. So you obviously have here your tank, your vanguard, your assassin, your hunter, your support, energy, and summon. Hunters are single target damage specialists. Energy or AoE specialists. Summons are a bit of both. Supports are healers. Assassins, single target. You know, everybody has their role. But like I was saying, Na Fang, one of the new Vanguard, is a support dressed as a Vanguard. The new Energy Triple S Northeon is kind of a tank, but he also does a ton of damage. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's a good place that I can test, because I threw Northeon in something earlier, and his damage was kind of wild. It wasn't Crimson Abyss. It was something with AoE. Oh, did I throw him in something here? I left all. I tried to leave as much open today as possible. Let's just see. Let's throw Northeon in 15 here with like just healers to keep him alive. No, we'll throw in 1 damage. So let's throw in. Where are you at, Northeon? Get up here. So Northeon, we're gonna put up here his tank. And then let's just throw in, like, who's roughly the same level? I don't know if Kane has clothes on. Yeah, I need to put clothes on Kane. But, obviously, everyone knows Ravenna smashes. So, especially with the surge gear that I have written out. So let's just do those two, just as, like, kind of a damage comparison. And then we'll just throw in healers. Ravenna will not be back row. Let's just throw the 2 of them up there so they're as equal as possible. They don't get... whatever. I'm not worried about that. I just want to show like their damage, because I think Northeon kind of smashes in damage. I wish I had a better test open available right now. Like the side spider would be amazing, because I heard he crushes in the side spider the same way Ravenna does. So Ravenna is like one of the best damaging heroes in this event. So she's doing 4.4. Northeon, who I haven't tested at all, and is probably in the most random gear I could find. Look at that, though. I mean, he's doing quite a bit. I mean, these two can easily smash out Sinsaro Marsh 15, which is kind of wild. Ravenna's crazy girl laugh. If you were going to get knifed by somebody in this game because you called your ex, it would be Ravenna. I mean, that's pretty solid damage from a guy who's essentially tanking also. Pretty wild. Very interesting new character. Like I said, I've seen him do kind of a lot here. As far as other content creators have made stuff that I've seen thrown out there. I'm not quite the whale, quite the Kraken enough to do that kind of testing, at least yet. What else we got going on here? Oh, that was the other thing I was gonna do. I wanted to test this to see. So who was my low man on damage? Kalaza? It was Kalaza, right? I think so. It was barely, but I think it was Kalaza. So here's the question. If we throw in Emma, who is a hero of the week, and then we throw in the Saurian Medallion. So anytime she inflicts damage to the boss, that boss is going to take 25% extra damage for 8 seconds from everybody. It will only be triggered once every 15 seconds. So half the time, the boss will be taking 25% extra damage. I want to see if throwing in this one hunter is going to change the damage significantly, make it worse, make it better. I don't know. I'm going to put Emma on manual just so I know she's hitting the turbine here. Oh, the other thing I didn't think about was I don't think Sorvali... Oh, crap. Sorry. I don't think Sorvali will heal Emma. I think her heals only... Her siphon heals only apply... Nope. Emma just healed up. So maybe it does apply to everybody. I couldn't remember if it applied only... Oh, I'm thinking of the side spider where there are ads, not the turbine. She can go on auto. I couldn't remember if Sorvali only healed summoner type heroes. Alright, so Emma's damage, even being hero of the week, is way less. The question is everybody else's damage up? And I wasn't paying enough attention earlier. We'll just pause this here right before it's going to end and try to do some math, because we're at 1.1 billion with the pure summoner team. Daniel's damage is through the roof. In my opinion, still easily the second most important character in this game behind Leo. Although Northeon seems like they're going to try to give a run for the money. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, we might lose Emma, though. But look at the damage. Yeah, she died, so we'll end this. So we're going to be a little bit less, but not a ton. So remember, if you have one hunter in your lineup, or even one energy that can trigger that that damage bonus with that Soaring Medallion Divine Prototype, sometimes it's worth it. Even if they don't typically fit the bill. But yeah, it definitely seems like needs something other than Sorvali, if you're going to include that hunter. Alright. What else we got? One other thing I wanted to do tonight was test out Paluno's gear. Paluno is, I think, pretty underrated. I think he can do some pretty solid work. The only problem is I don't really have much to test him in right now. We could kind of check out what Old John is capable of. Can try to find out some testing for Old John somewhere. That's not what I wanted. Rise of Heroes is what I wanted. Old John looks pretty interesting. Let's see. I'm pretty far, I think, from another evolution on Old John. But let's just jump into the boss real quick. Purgatory Sweep. Can we get lucky on the raffle shop real quick? Nope. 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 Terrible. Look at that. Still all 4 gene hybrid charts too. I'm like half through all this stuff, or more than half. Rosfar says, I hope I can max Old John. Yeah, I've seen that he can kind of do some pretty serious work too, just because of that slow. Which I don't even think... He's another crazy, confusing character. I just got done talking to DS about some of like the hybrid characters that are out there now, and he seems like another one to me. So he's classified as a hunter, which are typically single target damage, but look at this. His ultimate ability, he fires shotgun rounds in a target direction, and I think it's like a spray. So I'm not entirely sure if it's like he's that single target. I don't know. And he fires more as you get attack speed bonus, as you get the talents in him. Then he throws a smoke bomb, which is going to slow people down, which is really cool. That's what I've seen, I think, is the most useful thing from him. Because, I mean, what? They lose 80% speed for 3 seconds? That is a wild speed loss. And then, yeah, every 3 rounds becomes a heavy round. Heavy rounds knock back the enemy and significantly reduce speed. So he's slowing with the smoke bomb. He's slowing with the other common ability, getting the heavy rounds. And then, instead of dying the first time, he's going to recover 800% of attack as HP. And then jump around so he can't be killed. And he's going to throw a smoke bomb once you get the talent in there. Let's see. Rustfarce. He belongs in front by that ability because of the spread. AoE Hunter. Yeah. Yeah, he's very strange. Like, I don't get me wrong. I really love what they're doing with the hybrid characters. Like, the fact that Na Fang is essentially a support dressed as a Vanguard so you can get the Triple S Commander Hagridon bonuses is really, really cool. Old John is the one that confuses me a bit, right? Because, like, Hunter Bond in Twilight Lands, like, okay, maybe he helps a little bit, just basically slowing them down so they're not killing everybody real quick. And then he's still giving that shield punching ability to the other hunters. But, like, so think of, like, Disa Caves, very kind of hunter specific. But AoE doesn't help there because it's all single target. All the other hunters only get, like, single target bonuses. So maybe he's just like that kind of Swiss Army knife that, like, yeah, I classify as a hunter in, like, story challenge and your soul mine levels. But like you said, Killer Kazi, AoE hunter is almost like an oxymoron. It's just strange. Like, the whole thing about hunters is they don't hit multiple targets. Other than, like, Emma, if she kills the first target, she'll automatically transfer to the next target on her hunter. But that's kind of wild. I don't know. I do really like that they're starting to branch out and all of these heroes are starting to get some kind of variability to them because, I mean, Swiss Army knives are really nice. Like, you know, a lot of the summoners are great because they aren't that one typical role. Like, Daniel puts out great damage, but that's not what he's great for. The stun is what he's great for. Ampu, the same thing. Yeah, he puts out okay damage, but that massive AoE stun is what makes Ampu so important. So, I don't know. And yeah, Rustfar says put him in front because of that ability. So it's interesting because he's obviously going to die almost immediately. But when he dies, he's going to take fatal damage and then jump to a back row hero and then continue attacking. Be kind of interesting. You know what? Just for fun, let's see. I want to put him in story mode here in the front and see if he basically dies, throws a smoke bomb immediately, jumps to the back, and then becomes, like, you know, a useful AoE hero. And this might just be way too high for him. But I don't know. I think it's at least worth... It'll be funny if nothing else. Alright, let's see. 2.6 again, 14.9 million. He might just die instantly. He might have even got... Okay, so he's dead. Okay, so he's already jumped back because he got murphed. And he did throw the smoke bomb, so it's out there slowing everybody down. Everybody's going to town a little bit. Maserati, Daniel, everybody's doing their thing. Leo, is this where he dies? Yeah. Leo ends up getting smashed here every time, and that's pretty much my downfall. But as you can see... Why is old John back at the front? What happened? Does anybody know why old John just randomly sprinted to the front again? That was kind of wild. He was back there chilling, and then I don't know if he got out of range of everybody, so he ran up. That was pretty funny. That was kind of cool, though. I like Rastafaris' general idea there. If you throw him in front, yeah, he gets smurfed right away, but then he just jumps to the back, and then he throws out that smoke bomb. I mean, that's not too terrible of a strategy. Really, the problem is Leo's not making it. I wonder if I put him on... I wonder if I put Daniel on manual here, if I have any better luck trying to get his stuns. Alright, so the smoke bomb's out. He's already died one time. There's a big AoE stun from Ampu. Leo's spinning. Let's get Daniel to sit out, or to send out his AoE stun appropriately, because God knows he won't otherwise. Alright, we just lost old John. We're about to lose Leo. Yep, Leo's down. These guys just do way too much damage. Now their Oasis stunned Daniel, so that's going to be it. All right, so that's kind of interesting. I like what Rustafaris is saying. He might be kind of interesting thrown up there in the front, just to slow down. I don't know if it's going to work if they have like a Rakana or something that's going to chase him to the back. I wonder if I'm stuck at a Rakana level here on Soul Mine. Nope, no Rakana here. All right, let's try the same thing here. Let's see if he can. Let's see if he can bring anything to this party. We'll throw him in the front. Kind of the same setup here. I'm not sure Pain Rune is really helping me, but I'm not sure anything else is either. With their skill. See, it has to be with his skill. Yeah, let's just keep Pain Rune. Just for fun. Let's throw this one out there. I'm a little surprised it didn't help Leo live any longer, considering... Well, I guess the question is, does his Smoke Bomb slow attack speed as well as movement speed, or just movement speed? Because that would be... Oh, I swear... Wrong person. Retry. I clicked the wrong person. Because if he's slowing attack speed as well as movement speed, that's an entirely different animal. And a beautiful animal at that. Okay, so there goes John. Bye-bye, old John. Man, it is painful getting Daniel to his ultimate now that he's not in light gap gear. I will say that. I got a feeling I'm going to end up losing... Yeah, everybody. I was going to say Leo, but I guess the answer was everybody. Spin! Spin to win. Oh, but Luke's just smoking people. All right. So I'm not entirely sure we got anything really tested there with old John, but he is really intriguing. It'll be... The question is, like I said, does he slow attack speed? Because that might really help out some people in, what is this? The Crimson Rot. If you could run like 3 energy... Would that work? 3 energy and then old John to slow it down? And then a healer? I don't know. Not entirely sure how much damage those spiders do. I don't know. Could be kind of interesting. Alright. Let's just run some different teams through all this stuff so that anybody that hasn't seen a different option can do so. Remember, if you guys are in chat, welcome. Please throw out anything, questions, comments, concerns. If there's feedback you want thrown back to the developers, we do have a channel that I can do that. So if you got anything at all, feel free to throw it out there. No silly questions, no matter how new you are or how old you are at this game. Doesn't matter. So I'm just going to start trying some different things. So I showed everyone the summoners. Summoners can take out Terra 15. And Terra 15 is by far the hardest of the initial dungeons. But I will show you what the good old assassins can do. Nice. Not going to say your name, but nice name. How often is the event 2 times chips? Man, not very often. I really wish that the part of my, I don't want to say complaint, is one of my wishes for this game was that the content creators would get some advance notice. We actually don't get any advance notice. We find out all this information at the same time you do. So I think there's only been, what, 2 double chip events? I'm trying to remember. 2, maybe 3. If somebody else remembers in chat, let me know. But I think there's only been 2. And we don't get any advance notice. We all thought there would be one, what, around Christmas? And I think there wasn't. So, unfortunately, there's really no reason or rhyme of anything we've figured out yet as far as when the double chip events come. I mean, we can guess at major holidays, But we are kind of in the wind on that one. If anybody else knows anything different, again, feel free to throw it out there. But since the game launched November 10th in North America, I want to say there's only been 2. So you can kind of save for major holidays, but I don't know. I'm kind of assuming, you know, in the future, like the 1-year anniversary of Eternal Evolution, like there's got to be a double chip event there. But yeah, other than that, unfortunately, I don't have any idea when the next double chip's going to be. We can hope soon, but we really don't know. Good question, though. Thank you very much. I'm a little surprised I don't run them a little bit more often. You'd feel like that would build the spending by some people for the game. But they have a plan. We just don't know what it is. Oh, Rickart's trying to die. Probably because he's out damaging the rest of the team combined. Oh, no. He got Bailey. What a jerk. So here you go. You guys can see here the assassins absolutely smash out the Terra Dome. No problem whatsoever. I'll go ahead and show you the... I'm going to do Vanguards. Guan Yu's going to come out tomorrow with the limited recruitment. It'll be kind of interesting to see what he can do. I know in general right now he's not strong at all. I mean, the best Vanguard lineup right now by far is Leo, Kree, and Na Fang. Donkey Kong. But, I don't know. I don't know what Guan Yu's going to bring. DS says, when I'm first starting, which character should I focus on? Well, that's a good question because there isn't really... Okay, thanks. I think oh yeah, I almost said your name. Nice. Thanks. I'll pull some limited for Ravenna. Yeah, so in general, I'm with you. Like, I pulled some for Ravenna because I don't like missing out on the gene hybrids. The gene hybrids are so important. And I think Dan Heilman, I think he made a video that basically said, like, if you want the most triple S's, it is more economical to pull and get the Mercy at 60 here and then get the gene hybrids than it is to just, like, if you want Northeon, pull 300 cards for Northeon. Yeah, you might get more of that hero triple S, but in general, to get more triple S's, it's better to pull at least the 60 per limited event. So that's kind of what I try to do, especially because I'm trying, like, my account, like, I have too many immortals, right? For, like, my free-to-play does not have this many immortals because I'm focusing, not only I don't have a bunch of resources I have on my main, but I'm very focused on what I'm doing on the free-to-play account. Whereas this one, I'm leveling heroes to immortal to get some testing done so that you guys know what characters are viable and which ones aren't. Like, I'm probably going to use these on Sorvali, but it's also crazy tempting to get Ravenna up there just because Ravenna's hitting hard, and I want to do the testing for Northeon. So I have all these things I'm trying to deal with right now that I think are much easier decisions for some other people that aren't trying to, like, create content for the game, right? So I do recommend pulling for Ravenna. The only bummer there is a giant tower event starting on most servers tomorrow, which only count limited cards, not advanced. So, but again, you're getting Guan Yu, so how useful is he if you already have a Leo and a Na Fang and a Crete? I don't know if Guan Yu's worth it. Like, it's just, I don't know. I'm not a black and white guy when it comes to any games. There's a lot of gray. It's a lot of what your account is doing specifically, so hard to give advice, but yeah, I don't blame you at all for pulling some Ravenna and pulling pretty much the 60 to get every hero. All right, bouncing on. DS says, when I'm first starting, which character should I focus on? And DS, that's very difficult because a lot of this game, you're getting heroes that are kind of random. Like when you pull your basic cards, your advanced cards, you have a chance to get some heroes, but it's also random. So my one advice that I would say there is, first of all, Leo. If you can get a Leo at all, get a Leo. Get as many Leo as possible. Get Leo up to Immortal. He's game-changing. He's going to progress everything in your account. And then start on your summoners. Daniel and Ampu specifically do amazing, amazing work. Other than that, it's going to be a lot of what this game gives to you, because there are a lot of really good heroes out there. Falvea hits like a truck, guys, in multiple areas. Single target and AoE. I cannot sing her praises enough. She is amazing. Senway, another hero that does amazing work. Taylor does amazing work. Sorietta kind of tails off in late game, but Sorietta's very strong early game. Good single target. She has some combat control by knocking everybody back. Early game, a tank like Oisa is amazing, and then I still use her in like Galactic Arena teams because of that massive AoE stun she has. So there are so many heroes in this game that you can use and use well. I was talking about Paluno earlier. I think he's pretty underrated. There are just so many heroes. Really, the only thing that you can do wrong in this game when you're beginning is spreading out your resources too thin. When you're just beginning the game, go with 5. And if the game's throwing copies of Rakana at you left and right, and you can get Rakana to Immortal before anybody else, then use Rakana. Don't fight the game, and don't fight the luck you're given, because a lot of these heroes can be used in a lot of different areas of content, and you can still be successful. Which is why I was kind of testing some of this stuff earlier in like the Terradome. So I threw in the Assassins. Okay, I showed in a video this week that Summoners can do it. Vanguards can also do it. Let's just throw in Vanguards real quick. So you and you up front, you and you in the back. There we go. Ready, set, Vanguards. And they can kill Terradome 15 at the highest level. Let's at least try to pretend to get a good commander here. Vanguard, 5% on health, whatever. That's good enough. We'll get our Pain Rune, probably. Let's get attack speed. Why not? We'll do attack speed. That'll help out artists too. There we go. Highest level of Terradome. And granted, I am 240, but I have very few hyper evolutions because I kind of want to save all my resources for when I get a triple S hyper evolution, because I kind of want to take Leo up to max level immediately because he is that important. He was my most used hero in Twilight Lands. Leo tanks and plays in, I don't know, 98% of content for me. Maybe Northeon will change that for some new users, but Leo is just wild for the things that he can do. And if anybody wants to have a conversation about which characters should be focused on, I'm more than open to it. I will freely admit I don't know everything, but I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on this game. And, I don't know. I feel like my advice is solid. So yeah, Leo, and then your Summoners. Vanguards, I made a video about everything that Vanguards can do now that Na Fang is out, though. You can get up to chapter 49 or something pretty easily, using 3 Vanguards and 2 healers, or, you know, 3 Vanguards and Daniel for the stun. So there are a bunch of different ways you can go. Don't fight the game. And that was possibly the most long-winded answer to a question ever. So thank you, DS. Anybody else has anything out there in chat, feel free to throw it out as always. So the Vanguards are obviously slower. Look at that. Artis is actually doing decent damage. I made a video a long time ago about, like, Artis is back. It was when the Triple S Commander came out, and Na Fang had not yet come out or wasn't fully tested. I made a video that said Artis is back. And then Na Fang came out and kind of killed it if you're only using 3, but like if you're obviously limited resources, right? So if you have one triple S, so Leo, and then you use Nafang and Artis. I mean, look at that. Artis is doing more damage than Crete. Crete's doing a debuff of defense down, but you know who else is? Artis. I mean, Artis is still playable. We'll see. I mean, maybe with Guan Yu's improvements, maybe he'll be better than Artis, but I might even argue at this point that Artis is better than Guan Yu. Don't sleep on Artis. He's fine. Oh, and believe me, do you have any thoughts on gear for Nordtheon? So let's, after this is done, we'll pull up Nordtheon, because we should look at his kit. I haven't looked a ton into him, even though I already have some evolutions into him. And, yeah, Nordtheon's an interesting one, because he is kind of a tank, even though he is energy and does some damage and stuff. So, let's look at that as soon as this Terradome run ends here. Oh, I might run out of time. I didn't even realize. I'm definitely going to run out of time. So Vanguards don't have enough damage with all 4 of them. Interesting. Not Fang. See, I told you. He's a support dressed like a Vanguard. Alright, so let's back out of that and we'll kind of take a look at Nordtheon. Matthew Layton, how do you deal with Rakana and Soul Mine? That is a great question. So, I don't want to necessarily say Soul Mine, but I guess like Windfear Soul Mine here. How I got so far in Windfear Soul Mine to up to 246 here was I actually like took out the healer. And I was running, as you can see here, I was running this lineup, and that's how I got through the Rakanas. Because Rakana goes for the target with the lowest HP, and all of these heroes have like pretty decent HP, so he wasn't able to one-shot somebody. Whereas if I threw in Leon, what's that panda's name? I do not like this panda. Liram, that's his name. Liram. I think Liram's pretty worthless, but Liram was just getting one-shot, and he was adding nothing to the team, so he wasn't adding heals. So Leo can kind of get through, and then like everybody else just damages it. And that's how I got so far. I was stuck at like, God, what was I stuck at? 220 or something like that? And then I took the healer out, put in full damage, and that's how I got through. So that would be maybe my one suggestion. Ampu also. Ampu can lock down and stun Rakana, which is really nice. And, you know, the problem with Rakana is I don't think there is an absolute answer to Rakanas. No, I don't have a Rakana up here. You just kind of got to work the best you can. It depends on your lineup. If you have an Ampu and a Daniel, try to put beefy characters up front. Put Daniel in light gap, Ampu in light gap, that kind of thing, so they can get their stuns out right away, because Rakana's health is usually pretty low. So you can get Rakana down. Emma can solo target down her with her ultimate if you can keep her alive long enough. But again, Emma's one that like Rakana's going to target immediately. So you're going to have to do a little bit of mix and match and trial and error when you're trying to get through a Rakana lineup. But if you have like super beefy characters like Crete that still do damage, right? So you got Crete, Leo, maybe throw in Fang just to help keep them alive a little bit. Also, if you got like a Bailey that can bounce around that Rakana has trouble targeting, there are a couple options out there. It kind of depends on your lineup and what you have available. But I would, if you have a Leo, I would try what I just suggested. Throw in like a pure damage lineup, a pure beefy lineup. Because it seems like, in general, if there's a Rakana on the other team, they don't have like those super tanks that take forever to kill. So you can get away with slightly less damage, especially if everybody's still alive, because Rakana didn't smoke anyone. So Ampu, I think, would maybe be like the first main anti-Rakana. But it depends on your lineup. If that helped, please let me know. And if it didn't, let me know. And I will try to answer that a little bit better. Because, you know, Rakana is one of those characters in this game that Rakana's just a struggle. Doesn't really do that much for you, but is absolutely horrendous to play against. Like, God, what's his name? Xander? I think the Hunter, the Electricity Atlas Hunter dude. He is an absolute nightmare in story and soul mine and does Very little for you. Where are you? You. I think you're Xander. Yeah. This dude's a nightmare to play against in like Soul Mine but he's very meh when he's on your team. So Rakana's just one of those people. You're gonna have to do some trial and error, but like I said, try a super beefy lineup, a pure damage, or throw everybody just in that battle in like damage reduction boots if you have them. That might help you just get through that long battle, because Rakana is kind of squishy. You can get Rakana down, then you're set. Hopefully that answered your question. All right, so let's talk about Northion real quick. We'll go back to OM Bloomy. Where you at, buddy? Sorry, I'm just letting the animation play because it's pretty cool. Very, very Zeus-ish. Very Zeus-ish. Zeus-ish. That's hard to say. All right, here we go. Let's start with his comments. So, summons a lightning barrier that reduces damage received by 56% for 3 seconds. So he's halving damage taken on a common, which is all the time. Passive. After ending the battlefield, permanently gains max HP equal to 1800% of attack. Numbers are hard. Stay in school, kids. 1800% of attack. So, let's see. When the lightning barrier is active, 0.5 damage equal attacks or enemies gains immunity CC. That's cool. Yeah, I remember now. I think I have this dude in like full out attack, right? Attack, attack, attack. Yeah, because his attack is going to translate to his HP. Gonna swing his sword. AoE damage in front of him. Converted to true damage. Battle starts. Allied energy and hunter heroes gain thunder. When a skill hits an enemy, base chance increased by accuracy to strike them with a lightning bolt, including or inflicting Northion's attack as damage. Again, so attack. And then the last talent, one of the last 2 talents, is going to double that being triggered. So 60% by accuracy. Gather energy, picking all enemies up and displacing them. Then inflicting attack as damage. So attack again. Skill damage to summons and the range of fight or flight are both. Okay. Wait. And the range of fight and flight are both increased. But you don't have anything called fight and flight? Okay. Very confused on that. Anybody in chat got an idea of why it says fight and flight, but there's no fight and flight anywhere in his kit? Is it an exclusive? Super confusing. Okay, so looks like you're gonna want to build him with attack. Looks like I also have him in gluttony. I'm not entirely sure why I decided to do that. But you're also looks like you're gonna want some accuracy as secondary. 10 plus 12. So I clearly do not. No accuracy. No accuracy. Some accuracy on the boots. Oh, these aren't even upgraded. What am I doing with my life? Get up there. Got no accuracy bonus. So yeah, so looks like for Northion, attack, main, everything. So that's nice. Like attack plus 2 on that. Attack, but not plus. Attack plus 2 on that. So those are good pieces. And then you're going to want some accuracy in the off. Matthew Layton, thanks. I'll give that a try. Yeah, like I said, that's what I've had luck with. Rakana is just one of those things that's a nightmare. So try to go with your damage and your tankier sets. No healer if you have a Leo, and see if that works, especially Ampu. So yeah, so Northion, I'll try to show you. Let's see. So I don't want to put him up front. I'm trying to figure out. Ooh, You know where I can test him a little bit? Elite Campaign. Let's throw him in Elite Campaign, and then we can kind of see some damage numbers and stuff. Alright, so I'm not going to really mess with those teams. Let's try to put him in here. Let's see if he can tank at 19-1. Because he's going to increase the damage of all these homies. I am going to change a couple of things here. So we're going to put Grace in here now that we have a triple S energy commander. Where you at, Grace? Come here, girl. Middle back, Paluno, middle, yada, yada, yada. Front. So let's give him the health bonus. Although he does get based on his attack. Do I have an attack in the front? Yeah. Oh, front, health, and attack. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, so let's put you up there. Let's see if you can tank. We're going to put Soaring Medallion on you because it's good for... Oh, no, wait. Or do I want the Flowing Rune? I want the Flowing Rune. For those of you that aren't familiar, allied energy or hunter inflicts damage to 3 or more energies at the same time. They recover 200 energy, which I'm pretty sure that or hunter is built in specifically for Old John. So, although I don't think she supports Old John, does she? Probably not. Where are you at? Yeah, doesn't support Old John, but that's fine. We can still put 2 other energies. That's going to get everything he needs. So we'll put in... Nautilus doesn't count. That is going to drive me insane. Give me Falvea, my girl. Alright, let's trade out you. And let's see if he can tank. I think this is going to work, and I think it's going to work beautifully. We'll check the damage as they play through here. But I think that's going to... I think that's going to wreck. Do we have anything? I guess Taylor, Paluno. I don't know. It probably doesn't matter. This Vanguard team crushes. We'll put Taylor in there. All right. Let's see what this team can do, and let's see if Northeon survives. It also has Masrani in there, so that helps. And this is a 19-1. I'm going to slow it down. Let's go into 1 here. So still alive pretty easily. And this, remember, this is Legendary 0. Does not have... And what's his damage? 3.5. So he's doing more damage currently than a fully evolved and hyper-evolved Falvea, who I love. And look at Old John. Old John was crushing damage there for a minute. That was wild. Man, I kind of just want to play that again. I wish I could fast forward here. We'll let the rest of the teams play out real quick. But that was... Put it back on 2. That was kind of crazy. Old John was doing some serious damage there. And slowing everybody down, which helps keep Northeon alive. I think they're going to have to pair. I think now that I've played with them for a second, and by that I mean like 30 seconds, that it seems like they've kind of been released together, so they play together. Because Northeon isn't a true tank, so you would like the damage to slow down. And Old John apparently is an expert at slowing people down. So that was pretty wild. And I'm not even 100% convinced I have Northeon geared the absolute best. You obviously want the attack, but I'm not entirely sure how much Gluttony is giving him. He might be better in Surge. I'm 100% confident that I do not have enough Surge gear to test properly. Oh my god, I hate Rez. He's such a nightmare to kill. I know I don't have enough to test in Surge gear, but Surge gear might be even better. Alright, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Alright, so Northeon here. How we doing on damage? So Northeon's number 1 right now. Absolutely no problem staying alive. Northeon's still number 1 in damage. And Old John's number 2. Look at Ravenna and Falvea. I mean, maybe it's just because they're dying so quickly, but Ravenna was last on damage, and Old John and Northeon were the top 2. That is absolutely wild. And he's a hunter. So maybe, hear me out. So maybe Old John's current purpose are things like the Crimson Rot. Because he's going to give bonuses as a hunter for striking the same target. But he's also going to hit multiple targets. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think Old John... like, at this point, right? Like, a lot of heroes and characters that come to the game are specific. There aren't enough heroes in this game. There aren't enough game modes where they're just, like, throwing stuff out there. Stuff kind of has a purpose still. You know, where everybody was like, another... everybody, myself included. I was like, another summoner? Are you kidding me? Why are they still giving more summoners? We don't need any more summoners. And then what happened? They released 2 summoner-specific dungeons on top of the summoner-specific guild hunt boss. So, even though sometimes we're like, I don't understand this, why on earth would they do this? There's a method to the madness. The developers are doing things for a reason. Man, this Vanguard team... I'm going to have to swap out this Vanguard team because this next level, they are not going to get down in 45 seconds, which is the new standard for getting 3 stars on everything. I'm going to have to retry. We need some more damage there. We have way too much survival. So let's see what we can do with that Vanguard team real quick. Because I'm just enjoying watching Northeon and everybody roll right now. Paulino, maybe? Bailey? Not Rick. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to go Score and Hattie, actually. What's the bonuses here? Front, middle, Vanguard. Bailey gets +2. Whatever. Let's try that. You know what? No, I want the AoE damage. Oh, let's put Rickert with him. Yeah. Let's do Rickert and Bailey. Because they're getting the displacement bonuses too. That's kind of obvious. Should have done that. I'm sorry. Maybe you said this already and I missed it when my life was threatened if I didn't take out the trash. But what gear do you have Old John in? Well, that's a secret I only tell to people that take out the trash when they're supposed to. So I'm sorry you missed it and I can't help you. Any other questions? I will show you here in a minute what I have Old John in OM Bloomy. Did you see the part where he absolutely smashed? Did you catch that part, or were you taking out the trash? Did take out, I missed your stupid stream. Well, that's priorities. I mean, there's no way the trash truck is coming at whatever time it is where you are, right? Like, you should have set a timer. I'm not responsible for that. That's on you. Your amazing stream. Yeah, that's what I meant. That sounds like a guy that still wants info on how to build heroes so he doesn't have to figure it out on his own. That sounds a little more like it. Alright, here it is. Put it in 1. Alright. So Northeon and Old John still number 1 and 2 in damage. Oh, Falvea came to play. That's my girl. You let him know. It's Women's Day. Smash him. Ravenna, get up there. Making us look silly. Yeah, get your crazy laugh up there. I honestly think Ravenna's just so low just because everything's dying so quickly. Northeon, 5.8. Old John, 2nd. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. They're going to be good heroes. Not 100% certain where to use them all yet. But they're going to be really good heroes. Oh, I need to take Lirin out and put Sarvali in this team. Look at that. I'll tell you what. Oysa, by the way, for those that are new to the game, I think Oysa has one of the best AIs in the game for using her combat control. She is very good at using her stun. Like Daniel's terrible. Mazrani's AI for her group heal, I think, is trash. Holy cow. Am I going to lose this? Oh, no. Ampu to the rescue. Didn't get all the stars, though. That's for sure. I got smashed that round. Oysa, though. I think she has one of the best AIs in this game. I'm going to back out of this, but I do want to see this team one more time with Northeon and Old John before I give in to OM Bloomy and go talk about his gear. Northeon's double everybody else. Double. They might catch him now that it's a bit more single target, but wild. And he is legendary 0. Alright. Back out of this as soon as we get to the next team. Let's go talk about Old John real quick. Real quick. And I haven't really had a chance to do testing on Old John, so this is kind of just my best guess at this point. Get up here, bud. Get yourself a sweet intro. Dylar, Twilight Tactics. Alright, everybody, there's a celebrity in the house. Dylar, you crazy Canadian, how are you tonight, man? Alright, so Old John. I have him in Gluttony with crit rate. Again, we want a crit rate in that 70% area. Anywhere between 60 and 80, I think, is pretty solid for most heroes. If you're looking for like a cookie cutter build where you're not entirely sure, you're going to want your crit and your crit rate and crit damage in that 60% ballpark. But it looks like some gluttony to get his attack speed up there is going to help also. If you look at his skills, especially this talent here on his ultimate, for every 200 bonus attack speed, he's going to gain 2 additional shotgun rounds. And if you put him in gluttony, he's going to get 250 base. So you're going to get at least 2 more rounds there on the ultimate, which is going to help a lot. His attack speed right now is 250. Some of the new stuff, you can put attack speed on the boots. But for right now, crit rate and gluttony. And obviously you want like attack percentage on as many of the secondary stats as you can get. And then you want attack and attack. You don't really need to worry about damage reduction on the boots because, again, first time he takes fatal damage, he's going to jump to the back. Dylar just got home from Wing Night, so very inebriated-ish. Hey, sir. Cheers to that. How was Wing Night? Oh, wings sound amazing right now. Are you a hot wing guy, Dylar? Or are you like a medium? Or are you like I like the sweet stuff? I don't know. I got a weird feeling you're like I don't like to feel my tongue kind of guy. Did you do some poutine too? I love poutine. Wings and poutine? That's the kind of stuff that makes you leave the house in the middle of the night. Alright. Who wants to see what next? Let's go. Somebody fire a question. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep playing my game super randomly. We did Pterodome. We did Sinsar. Oh, you know what? Let's see. Let's play a quick game. How quickly can we get Sinsaro Marsh down? No healers, obviously. Healers are... Pfft. Get out of here with that nonsense. Love you, love you, love you. Love you, and... Ooh, Scour and Hattie, Ampu, or Senway. The problem with Senway is I don't even think it's going to be up long enough for him to get his ad out. His summon out. Ooh, let's try Scour. Skurnhate. And you. Yeah, let's stick with Grace, I think. Is that? No, let's do that. Yeah. And we don't have a single healer in the team. So we'll do that for a tiny bit of healing, I guess. I don't know. Use Hypnus, they're the best. Dylar, speaking of inebriated, somebody just recommended using Hypnus for anything. Oh, and Bloomy, just throw your phone, your tablet. I don't know what you're playing on, but just throw that. There might be a new person or two watching this stream, and oh, and Bloomy, not the guy for advice. All right, here we go. I'm gonna guess surely under 30 seconds. Think we can get under 20 seconds? Let's find out. Just one. Hypnus is the resistance of EE. God. For those of you, I'm not even entirely sure how many people get that joke. But yes, Hypnus is the resistance of EE. Absolute worthless trash. Alright. Come on, Energy. And Daniel and Skewer. I had a lot of faith in you guys. I don't think they're gonna beat the 20-second mark. Oh, gonna be close. Oh, didn't get it. Oh, they did. 20 seconds. 20 seconds on the dot. Not too shit. Oh, I didn't look at the damage. How did Northeon do? I wasn't paying attention. I was so excited. I exactly called it. Whatever. We got stamina. We got time. 21 seconds. No, it clearly ended on 40. It clearly ended on 40. And I don't appreciate your tone, sir. Trash. AP trash. Yeah, resistance, Hypnus. They're in the solid trash category. If anyone wants to go on a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes resistance rant, now is the time. No, look at your best time. I forget how to look at my best time. How do I look at my best time? How am I going to look at my own eyeballs? That's other people. Oh, best clear time, 21 seconds. Come on. That was clearly... it said... All right, now I'm upset. Now we got to try to get to 20. It's right on the main page. Yeah, I see that now. All right, how do we get out more damage? Absolutely unacceptable. Again, I don't think Senway's even gonna, like, without changing people's gear. Like, I'm not gonna put Senway in light gap to get him there. Leo? Who is low man on the damage totem pole? Oh, Old John. Nah. Old John did do a ton of damage, though. Let's see. Oh, and you know what? Then we can use... let's try it with Saurian Medallion, too. So let's put... Falvea is really the one that can hit from anywhere out of this group. Yeah. Or do we want to do it? No, let's stick with Saurian Medallion. Let's see. All right. We think we can do this in under 20? Old John's pretty wild. All right, let's see. Go Gadget. And this time I'm actually going to pay attention to the damage. Old John jumping out immediately. Look at him go. Old John, guys. Wild. Daniel finally passed Old John. Holy cow. Oh. Definitely not going to beat the record. Alright, so Northeon wasn't the best there by any stretch. 5.9, 6.9, 6.5, 15.2. Daniel's just a monster. And Falvea, 7.4. Guys, so Ravenna and Old John are the same evolution level. And Old John only did 0.4 less. And look at Northeon. He's well under their levels. And did 5.9. Clear time 23 seconds. Kind of crazy. Wow. Very cool new characters. What was one other thing? Oh yeah, do I want to try to get Sorvali up to get to 9? Anybody got any ideas on how to get to 9 other than hyper evolve your triple S's? I got Sorvali and Masrani. Oh, because I really don't think, even with Muka hyper evolved recently, I just don't think Sorvali can get it done. I really don't. Nothing here helps at all. So just base stats, which is fine there. I guess we don't have a support at all, so we could throw that in instead. I would love to get through 9, but I don't think she's anywhere near the heals needed. And Muka's in like damage reduction boots, and if you crit his ads, then he gains heals and the whole 9 yards. And Sorvali, the bad guy, isn't moving, so Sorvali, yeah, he's already dead. I just don't know how to get through this. I think you just need to be hyper evolved. Is anybody through level 9 and not have like hyper evolved triple S's? Because I don't think this is going to go well. Although it's already going better than the last attempt. Oh, not anymore. Yeah, I think the answer is just hyper evolved triple S's. Because don't really, I know Skur and Hattie get demolished immediately. And Pooh the same. Yeah. Just no good answers here. If somebody can get through, feel free to let me know, but I guess I haven't tried Senway. Senway's kind of tanky. I think I know how this is going to end, but get up there, you panda. And I do have health in the front. Yep, alright, well. Get out here, you panda jerk. Making me look stupid. Oh, and he's dead first shot. Alright, that didn't work. Glad to know that was exactly what I thought it was going to be. No bueno there. So we will just clearly well off the mark. I guess we can try for some limited cards here real quick. I don't want that though, I don't think. I want you. And who else do I want? Ampu has 2 summons at all times, so we'll try that one, I guess. Yeah, let's try that. Let's just see if we can get the limited cards. If we can't, we'll back out and then just max the main, but we could probably take it off ×1 now. I'm a little confused about that new set for summoners. It's like if your summon sustains critical damage, then you gain like 5% health or something like that. I don't really know what that's in there for. It doesn't seem that beneficial now. I don't know. Maybe there's a hero coming up or something that's going to make that worth it. I don't know. If they had a tank-ish summoner, like Muka tries, but let's be honest, Muka is not a great tank. If the summoners got like a true tank, then they would be absolutely out of control. They're already borderline breaking the game, but they would be absolutely out of control. Alright, looks like we are going to get the limited cards here. It would be super helpful if Muka could stay alive a tiny bit longer. Come on, Muka, I believe in you. The heals are going out from Sorvali. Muka's dead, but we got it. Alright, easy, cool. I'm gonna do something wild, like take Sorvali all the way up tonight. What do you even... I'm so tempted. Oh, I'm so tempted. Because I could get her all the way up to... Yeah. Right? 1, 2, 1. Yeah, I could get her to Immortal tonight. Summoners are just so good. What's the last talents for her? Cast a skill. She has chance of summoning when we're Dear Spirit. That's fun. After casting ultimate, immediately reduces the remaining cooldown of all spells by 20%. Man. AoE, HP drain, and then shared equally. Yeah, so it's amongst allied heroes, not summoner. I was wrong on that earlier. I thought it might be only summoner. And then she wants some accuracy. Yeah. I don't know. You know what? I'm not going to make any crazy decisions tonight. We're just going to kind of let it go and see what happens, especially with Guan Yu. Because maybe with the new changes where he's getting the shield from the displacement commander Hagridon, maybe he will be worth putting some into, because I think I have like 1 or 2 copies of him, like 1. So maybe he'll be worth it. I don't know. It'll be interesting to kind of see what happens with Guan Yu. It's one of those characters like I would like to like. I'm just not entirely sure. Because he's going to jump up and do an AoE cleave. And defense is damage, so he should be tanky. He's not right now. And he's also got a bleed effect going on. So that's an AoE stomp. Again, damage based on defense. And then it's going to shove them. And that's an AoE lose defense. So that's an AoE defense down. I mean, that's not bad, right? That's an AoE swing again. Damage based on defense. And he increases his own damage reduction, so it makes him tanky. And each enemy hit heals Guan Yu by his defense percentage. Man, I don't understand why this dude's so... His kit reads like he's Leo. Like he's not squishy, but everything I've seen is he is crazy squishy. Then his passive, he causes bleed, which inflicts, again, damage based on defense for 5 seconds and can stack. Man. Again, he's just that hero like I would love to like. I don't know. He doesn't work right now. He is very broken. So maybe this upcoming patch tomorrow will fix him. I don't know. Interesting. All right. I think we are going to call the stream right there for tonight. Remember, guys, if you have any comments, any questions, anything on any of the videos I post for Eternal Evolution, please, please, please put it in the comment section. I still read every single comment. I get back to you guys when I can. If I don't know the answer, I will do my best to find out and let you know. I can pass on information onto the developers. We are working on something to do with the gear situation. The extra commanders, the extra heroes. We are working with all that. The developers have been pretty great on making these fixes. I mean, we barked at them repeatedly about getting gear sets in the game as far as like loadout types and getting formation standardized, and they brought that to the game. So they are really working. We are working for you guys. Please let us know if there's anything going on. A big thank you to everybody that came out tonight. Really appreciate the support, as always. And, yeah, we'll call it there. So, thank you guys for showing up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so already. And as always, have fun and good luck.